Hi there, loves. Haven't spoken in a few days, and if you are observant, then you might just notice slight little change. I apologise, I am a real sweaty mess. Ugh. It's 30 degrees here in the UK, which is baking. It's absolutely hot. The dog's over there carking out. Just taking her for a walk, and yeah, I'm not the sort of person that glows when it's warm. I sweat buckets. But anyway, just wanted to touch base. Haven't spoken to you for a few days now, and as you can see, I've had a bit of a hairdo change, and that's really what I wanted to talk to you about, really, because a bit of exciting news was that I was picked to film a new makeover TV programme for the BBC, which is really, really exciting. Didn't really think anything of it. I saw a online thing on Facebook asking for people that have, you know, who fancied a makeover, that had experienced different, you know, I think they were looking for people that had had life-changing events happen to them and they felt that they needed a makeover. So with me, originally I applied because, you know, I've lost a lot of weight and I wanted to, you know, get some hints and tips because, yeah, I was sort of stuck at some crossroads with my style. Well, I say style, I had no style. So I was sort of stuck in a crossroads where I thought actually I could really do with some ideas and some tips on how to sort of make the best of what I have now. So yes, so I applied and really quickly got a phone call from the guys at the production company, Electric Ray, the production company's called, saying, yeah, we're really interested. Can you tell a bit more about, can we just have a face-to-face sort of FaceTime, Skype call on the phone, which we did, and then I sort of spoke about my weight loss, how much weight I've lost, which at my lightest I've lost 7 stone. So I was a size UK 22 dress size, went down to now I'm sort of in between a sort of size 10 and size 12 depending on the shop. Yeah, so yeah, talked a bit about that, then spoke a bit about my daughter and how since losing her, sorry, I hate saying losing, ever since she passed away, you know, at the beginning of the year, how I've sort of struggled a little bit with the diet, because going from, yeah, being quite strict because my daughter kept me at home, so, you know, if it wasn't in the house I couldn't eat it, to actually having the freedom to go out and eat because, you know, we could go out because we didn't have to look after her. I found that really, really hard to sort of rein it in, to try and be good, to try and make the best sort of food decisions, because I don't want to put that weight back on. I don't, and that's, I'm always going to struggle with that because I love food, I love to eat, as I've sort of said before. Yeah, I'm always going to struggle with that. So anyway, so yeah, they're really interested in my daughter's side of the story, and yeah, I got a phone call saying, yeah, it's all going to be on the BBC. We'd really like to do some filming with you at your home to, yeah, just sort of get a bit of background about you. So yeah, they came, 2 guys, Erin, lovely lady, and a chap called Martin, who was the camera, and he sort of gave me a bit of an interview. It lasted all day. They were here from like 11 o'clock until 6 o'clock, so it was quite an intense day. Did some filming, they followed me about, talked about my wardrobe, talked about my weight loss, talked about my diet, talked about Gwen a lot. So yeah, they also filmed my husband Phil, which was quite funny. So yeah, you'll see him come in. Yeah, so that, anyway, so they filmed that. That went really well, and then I got a day for the makeover, and that was really exciting because that was literally just a few days ago. So it happened really, really quickly. A lot of things, you know, in the space of a short time, I was being asked, you know, filmed, and, oh, can you come up to London? Yes, I can. This is what we're going to do. And then I actually asked Erin when they were here filming, I said, well, you know, just tell me a bit more about the programme, you know, and apparently the working title is called The Makeover Show. It's going to be on BBC One, I think sort of August, September time, and it's going to be like the 8 PM slot, so prime time slot. And also, and I thought, do I know who's going to be, you know, who's going to be doing the, you know, the presenter, the host? And my husband was joking, so it was going to be someone like Gokwan or someone like that. And they turned around and said, we think, and it's not a secret, we think it's going to be Claudia Winkleman. I was like, oh, okay, someone really, really, I would say really famous. She's famous, obviously, you know who she is, obviously with Strictly. And actually, she's a real sort of nice person. I watch programs with her because I think she's just she just comes across really genuine, down to earth sort of lady. So that was really exciting. I was like, oh, okay, that sounds really, really cool. So anyway, yeah, so did the filming at my home, and then I got a phone call saying, yeah, really love to do the makeover with you. You've been selected. And I was just amazed. It's like, this doesn't happen to me. I've never had anything like this happen to me before. I've never been on TV before. Never been sort of selected for something this sort of special before, because it's a real honour and a real privilege to do something. I think it's a real honour and a real privilege to be picked from so many people, and then there's so many deserving people out there, you know, people that have been through ridiculous traumas in their life and life-changing events. So for me to be selected, really honoured, and obviously chuffed to bits, because obviously came across really well. So the day came, the production company paid for myself and my husband to go up to London, stay overnight. We had the makeover on the actual Thursday last week just gone, and it was a really incredible day. It was really busy. My husband came, and thankfully my best mate came up as well, so they didn't have much to do, because a lot of it was just waiting. So they went out and spent the day sort of around London, just doing a bit of whatever, going to a few pubs, just chilling out, whilst I was sort of taken away. And I met the whole team. So there was a stylist, a hairstylist, colourist for my hair colour, and makeup artist. And it was just amazing. I felt treated really, really well. They were, they must have, when they were employing these people, they must have basically, one of the first questions must have been, are you the nicest person in the world? Because every single person in the production team, behind the scenes, you know, from making coffee, runners making teas and whatever, the camera guys, they were all fabulous. They were all really, really nice. They were all really interested in myself and what I had to say. And they were just listened. And yeah, met Claudia, what a diamond, legend, fringe envy, eyeliner envy. She's just exactly what you would expect her to be. She's ever so nice. She was really nice. So yeah, so we got chatting to her. I went through the whole process of getting my what do I have done. I chatted with the stylist first, Carl, diamond, absolute diamond, so cool. Really nice guy, chatting away like sort of old school friends, just chatting away. And you know, he put me in some things, and it was really bizarre because there was no mirrors. I couldn't see what I was being dressed in, which was really bizarre, trying to be measured and dressed in the. They basically put me in. I put myself in some Spanx. Thank God they didn't do that. And then they basically blindfolded me. So they were trying on dresses, and because I was blindfolded, I couldn't see anything what they were doing. They were having to guide my legs into these trousers. It's like basically they were dressing. I felt like I was being dressed and I was a toddler. You know, when you sort of guide, you help a little young kid to get dressed. That's what it felt like. So we did that, and I think they got a few sort of dress ideas and what would suit me. Then I chatted to the stylist. They put me in a few things, a couple of dresses. Yeah, they were really cool. Some of them I wouldn't pick, and I have said to them, I'm not a dress person. I don't own a dress. I maybe own 2 dresses, one being my wedding dress. I'm not a dress person, and it's not something I've been confident enough to wear. But you know, now I've lost weight, I'm really open to suggestions and of style. So yeah, so they did that, and then I went through and did some more. Then I did my hair. And then they did my makeup, and now this whole process took hours. I wasn't finished until around about 9 o'clock at night, and that was when the big reveal. So I hadn't seen myself all day. My husband hadn't seen me all day. And then, yeah, literally the time came for my hair to be done, my makeup to be done, putting it on a dress, and then they walked me downstairs, and basically I just had to close my eyes, open my eyes, and there was a big mirror standing there, and, yeah, just completely gobsmacked. Yeah, completely gobsmacked with what I looked like, how I looked. The makeup was amazing. The hair was amazing. I've tried to sort of recreate it. I'm trying. It's really hard. And that's also the hard thing, is because there's no mirrors. Normally if you're at a hair salon, you're looking at what they're doing. You're looking and you're asking the question going, oh, how are you styling it? Let me look at how you're styling it so I can try and do it at home. Whereas, oh God, I'm so sweaty. Whereas because there's no mirrors, I couldn't ask that. So I was sort of trying to feel what he was doing. With the makeup again, Caroline, great makeup artist. Again, I would be asking her, like, oh, what are you putting on my eyes? And she couldn't tell me, and I couldn't see, and it was really frustrating. So I'm going to have to ring her and have a chat with her and say, look, what you did, can you sort of do it again and tell me how you did it? Because it looked great. So yeah, by the end of the day, I was really tired. Someone asked me if I felt pampered. No, I didn't feel pampered, but I felt really looked after. I felt really privileged, really honoured to be working with such incredible professionals. And yeah, I've come out of the day feeling, I feel a better version of myself. It's really hard because I was sort of stuck in a rut. in terms of style, because I didn't want to be too adventurous. And over my weight loss process, didn't try to buy too many clothes. I was throwing out all my old stuff that didn't fit, and I was quite happy to do that. I didn't want to sort of get a lot of clutter. But over the losing the weight, I never wanted to buy too much, just in case. I don't want to, just in case it creeps back on, or I might even lose even more weight, and then it's a waste of money, and then it'd be too big. So I didn't want to do that. So yeah, it's really opened my eyes as to what sort of styles suit me. I'm actually wearing a dress at the moment. I don't know why I'm whispering. I'm wearing a dress. I went to cafe, and this is going to be really unflattering with the boobs. But anyway, it's a really pretty dress. It's really hot. I do apologise. It's really sticky and horrible. So yes, I've bought myself a couple of dresses. I'm just trying to be more adventurous, and trying to just redivert my style a little bit. And it's given me such a great confidence boost. Now I know there's a lot of people when we watch this thinking, well, I can't have a makeover, and I would be one of those people like, well, I quite agree. It doesn't normally happen to me, honest. So what I would suggest is, you have to feel comfortable in what you wear, and just try different things, because it's amazing how much difference it's made to how I think of myself. Just just that whole day is just really sort of maybe reevaluate what I can wear, and actually wear a dress. Actually, whatever size you are, if you feel comfortable wearing it, wear a dress. If you feel comfortable wearing jeans, wear jeans. But it's also nice to be taken out of your comfort zone and to be given this opportunity. I would say, just try something different. If it makes you feel good, then do it. It doesn't matter what size you are. It's about being comfortable in the way your clothes fit. I've always said when I was losing weight, try not to rely on the scales too much. Yes, they'll give you an indication that you're losing weight and you're going in the right direction. But at the end of the day, it's how your clothes fit as well, and how they accentuate the best parts of you. We're all going to have areas that we don't like. I've got plenty. But you get one life, and you choose how you live it. And I just wanted to share this little, because this is such a unique experience. And I say the show's hopefully going to be aired in a couple of months' time, so watch out for it. I'll post details on here when I know when it's going to be on, because I haven't a clue at the moment. And I'm hoping my story online when it comes out will, I would say inspire. I don't want to inspire anyone, but motivate. That's the word, motivate. To motivate you to change something about yourself if you really want to change. And just be a little bit more adventurous. Like I say, sometimes you just got to do you, and you need to make the best of what you've been given. And that's what I'm going to try and do now every day. Just try and, style my hair. If I'm going out, let me just style my hair, put a little bit of makeup on. I've not got much on today because it's so hot and it just flies. Oh yeah, and I actually got nail varnish on as well, look. So just try and do something that makes yourself feel better, so you're not sort of stuck in a rut, and so you feel better about yourself. Anyway, I'll post more details. I just want to share my little journey with you, that I've been to London and been made over and going to be on the TV. It's all very exciting. I'll probably come across like a complete twat. They did film Phil and my best friend as well, so they're probably going to come off far better than I have. And actually, on a different note, it was really good therapy as well, because I spent a lot of time talking about my daughter, but not just once, sort of 3 times. So every time I met someone different, they'd ask me about my weight loss journey. I would tell them, I'd say, I've lost all this weight. And, they were blown away by my weight loss, which is great. I never really think about it now, to be honest. It's a way of life. I try and think it's a way of life. But obviously not a lot of them knew about my daughter Gwen, and they were just, in one point I had Claudia Winkman on the verge of tears next to me, and my hairdresser on the verge of tears next to me, but it felt really good to get it out of the system. And I think that's another thing I've taken away from today, is like, no matter who they are, if someone's there willing to listen, spill your guts, talk about everything like that. If it's something you want to talk about, then talk about it, because actually 99% of the time, and a lot of the people I've been talking to have been really good to just listen, and that's the best thing you can do. So actually I had a whole day of free therapy, effectively, just different people listening and talking and just sharing experiences. And that's what it's like. It's a journey. It's gonna get tough days. They're gonna be hard, but by sharing your experiences, whether they be good or bad, it's definitely a good thing. It's a positive thing. It helps. Definitely helps. So I spent a lot of time crying. God knows what they thought of me being filmed. I mean, the programme's probably just going to be sobbing my guts out. So I apologise now if that's what it is. Please don't film me too much crying, because it is awful being filmed crying. But anyway, so I'll leave you there, and hopefully speak to you soon.
Give me a thumbs up. It's always nice. Subscribe, even better. And yeah, any suggestions if you want to hear anything, whether that be weight loss, bereavement, anything really, just give us a shout. And I'll speak to you soon. Take care, guys. Bye.